Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Better Living Over 55, your trusted space for staying strong, healthy, and pain-free as we age gracefully. Today, we're talking about something millions of older adults struggle with every day: joint pain, especially in the knees. That deep, dull ache, the stiffness in the morning, or the sharp jab when you try to stand up after sitting a while. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. But what if I told you there's a natural remedy? Something as simple as applying oil to your knees before bed. That could have you waking up with less pain, more comfort, and maybe even a little bounce in your step. Yes, that's exactly what we're diving into today. But that's only part one of the story. Because while we'll explore this powerful nighttime oil remedy that eases joint pain, we're also going to uncover something most doctors don't warn you about. Backhand index pointing right to common foods sitting in your kitchen right now that might be silently damaging your joints, increasing inflammation, and making pain worse as you age. And of course, I'll show you what to eat instead to help your body heal from the inside out. Let's get started. First, let's understand why our knees seem to betray us with time. As we age, the cartilage in our joints, that's the soft cushioning between bones, starts to wear down. It's called osteoarthritis, and it's incredibly common. By age 55, over 1 in 3 adults experience knee pain regularly. But it's not just wear and tear. It's also inflammation, your body's internal fire, which gets worse with certain food, stress, and even poor sleep. Now here's the good news. There are ways to soothe this pain without relying solely on pills. One of them is topical oils that have been used in traditional healing for centuries. This oil right here, it's called castor oil, but not the kind your grandma used for upset stomachs. This time, we're using it on your knees, and here's why. Castor oil contains something called ricinoleic acid, which has been shown to have anti-inflammatory and pain-reducing properties. In a 2009 study published in Phytotherapy Research, participants with osteoarthritis in the knee who applied castor oil topically reported a significant reduction in pain after just 4 weeks. Here's how you can use it. Warm a tablespoon of castor oil slightly, just enough to make it comfortable, not hot. Rub it gently into your knee, especially around the sides and behind the joint. Cover your knee with a soft cloth, or even plastic wrap if you prefer, and then apply a warm compress or heating pad for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can sleep with it on if it's comfortable. Some people use a light knee sleeve to keep the cloth in place overnight. Many people report waking up with less stiffness, better mobility, and reduced swelling. And while it's not a cure, it can be a helpful part of your nighttime routine. Now, this oil works from the outside in, but to truly heal, we also need to support our joints from the inside out. And that brings us to something just as important, maybe even more so. What you eat every day can either help reduce joint pain or quietly make it worse. Let's talk about the 3 common foods that increase inflammation and silently damage aging bodies, especially your joints. And don't worry, I'll also give you tasty healing alternatives for each one. Ready to take control of your health and feel better every morning? Good, because in the next part, we'll reveal the foods that might be hurting your knees, even if you think they're healthy. Stick with me. You don't want to miss this. Now, I promised I'd share the hidden enemies in your kitchen. Foods that quietly stir up inflammation, damage joints, and make that knee pain even worse. Let's break it down simply. You might love a warm slice of white toast in the morning or a bowl of cornflakes. I get it. But these refined carbs quickly break down into sugar in the body, causing a spike in blood sugar. And when that spike drops, it leaves behind something dangerous: inflammation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in refined carbs are linked to increased levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation. What to eat instead: swap white bread for whole grain or sprouted grain bread. choose steel-cut oats instead of sugary cereal. And if you love pasta, try lentil or chickpea pasta. It's better for your joints and your blood sugar. Here's a tough one. Those sugary drinks we've grown up loving. Even fruit juice can pack as much sugar as soda. And that sugar? It fuels inflammation like gasoline on a fire. Research from the BMJ, British Medical Journal, showed that regular consumption of sugary drinks is directly linked to progression of rheumatoid arthritis in older adults. What to drink instead? Go for herbal teas, infused water with lemon or cucumber, or a simple glass of green tea, which actually has anti-inflammatory compounds called catechins. Now, this one surprises many people. Most processed foods, from salad dressings to frozen meals, contain omega-6 rich oils like soybean and corn oil. And while omega-6 isn't bad, too much of it, especially without enough omega-3, creates an imbalance in the body. This imbalance can lead to chronic inflammation, especially in joints and connective tissue. What to use instead? Cook with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead. Even better, drizzle olive oil over salads and roasted veggies for a boost of heart-healthy and joint-friendly fats. Now, if we want to reduce knee pain naturally and support our joints as we age, we need to build our meals around foods that fight inflammation, not feed it. Here are some of my go-to recommendations. White heavy checkmark fatty fish like salmon or sardines, loaded with omega-3s to lubricate joints. White heavy checkmark berries, especially blueberries, which are rich in antioxidants. White heavy checkmark leafy greens like spinach and kale, packed with bone-strengthening nutrients. White heavy checkmark nuts and seeds, like walnuts and chia seeds for anti-inflammatory fats. White heavy checkmark turmeric, especially when paired with black pepper, which boosts its effects. Even just adding 1 or 2 of these a day can start to make a real difference in how your knees feel over time. Before we wrap up this part, let me add something just as important as food or oil: movement. Even gentle, regular movement, like walking, swimming, or light stretching, helps lubricate your joints, strengthens the muscles around your knees, and keeps stiffness away. Think of it like this: motion is lotion for your joints. You don't need to run marathons. Just 20 minutes a day of walking or gentle yoga can have powerful benefits for joint health. In the next part, we'll bring it all together. White heavy checkmark the oil technique. White heavy checkmark the healing foods. White heavy checkmark and how to build a simple, soothing nighttime routine to reduce pain, sleep better, and wake up ready to move with ease. This is where small daily habits turn into lifelong relief. So stay with me. You're doing great. Let's bring everything together now. We've talked about why knee pain happens as we age. We've learned how certain foods can make it worse. And we've seen how simple changes, like switching oils, drinking green tea, or adding more omega-3s, can start to reverse the damage. Now, let's make it practical. Let's create a nighttime routine that helps your body rest, repair, and relieve pain naturally. Here's what I suggest. About an hour before bed, do 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching or chair yoga. Focus on the lower body: thighs, calves, hips, and knees. Why? Because this helps increase blood flow and reduce stiffness while you sleep. Even simple moves like leg extensions while seated or a few standing calf raises can help. And bonus, gentle movement before bed improves sleep quality. 2. Warm a tablespoon of castor oil in your hands or for just a few seconds in a bowl of warm water. Rub it gently into your knees, both sides of the joint, and take your time. Be gentle. Be kind to your knees. Then, wrap your knee loosely with a soft cloth or cover it with a piece of plastic wrap. Apply a warm compress for 15 to 20 minutes or wear a knee sleeve overnight if that feels comfortable. This quiet act of care, done consistently, allows the natural anti-inflammatory power of castor oil to penetrate deep into the tissues. Instead of reaching for a nighttime snack or sugary tea, brew yourself a cup of turmeric tea or chamomile with a pinch of cinnamon. These herbs help calm the body, reduce inflammation, and ease your nervous system into restful sleep. Avoid caffeine, sugar, and alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. They can interrupt your body's repair cycle and leave you feeling stiff in the morning. This part might surprise you. but it's just as powerful as anything we've talked about. Take a few minutes to jot down 3 things you're grateful for, even something as simple as my cozy bed, a good phone call, or the strength to stretch today. Gratitude has been shown to lower stress, improve sleep, and even reduce physical pain. As you lay down, place your hands over your knees, take a deep breath, and thank your body for everything it's carried you through. Then rest, knowing you've taken steps to help it heal. My friend, here's what I hope you take from this video. Herb relief doesn't always come in a bottle of pills. Sometimes it comes in a quiet commitment to care for yourself, one small habit at a time. You deserve to move freely, sleep deeply, and wake up with comfort in your knees and throughout your body. By swapping out harmful foods, adding healing ingredients, and building a bedtime routine that works with your body, you can begin to experience real, lasting relief. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Your joints didn't get inflamed overnight, but they can get better day by day with the right support. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself tonight. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.